And we are back. NFL Power Rankings, Week 6 edition. Let's get it. Starting out at number 32, the worst team in the league, in my opinion. It's obviously going to be the only winless team remaining, the Jets, who are 0-5. They are going to be going down 2 spots. They ended up getting destroyed by the Cowboys. The score makes it look a bit closer than it was. 37-22, 15 points. They were down in the dumps this game. This team, I don't know if they're going to win a game. It's that bad. They haven't really looked competitive in any of the games. Most of their games have been them trailing and then pulling off miraculous comebacks that fall short. This game was no exception. So, until this team can play 4 quarters of football and get a win, they're going to be staying down here. And personally, I think it's going to be a long time before we see them get a win. 31. I can't scroll. There we go. The Raiders down 3 spots. They're 1-4. They ended up losing again. No surprise there. Another bad one. This team is just, people had so many expectations, and it is just not panned out whatsoever. This time they lose to the Colts 48-6. Yeah, if they didn't have a win, they would be the worst team in the league. They have looked horrendous besides their Week 1 game, and, well, there's nothing else to say. Until this team can, figure it out, they're going to be down here as well. Number 30, we have Tennessee. They're going to be going up 2 spots. They pick up their first win of the season. Miraculous comeback against the Cardinals. Congrats. This was a game you should have lost, but, you got lucky. I don't know how we keep seeing people drop the ball before hitting the end zone, but here we are. Happened again. So, yeah. If it wasn't for that, you probably would have lost, but, hey, you got the win. I do think with that you do deserve to go up, and you do. But I need to see way more out of you guys. I get it. You're a young team, but we got to see a bit more. 29, we have the Giants. 28, we have the Saints. The Giants going down 5, the Saints up 3. Now, I did not think I'd be talking about the Saints getting their first win against the Giants with how last week went. But here we are. The Saints absolutely dominated the Giants. I'm concerned now if I'm a Giants fan because all of these expectations, oh my goodness, we just beat one of the undefeated teams who are left. And then you go and lose to one of the winless teams remaining. And now you're going Thursday Night Football against the Eagles, short week. So maybe you were just planning ahead, potentially. That's always a possibility, but for now, I am concerned. 27? Oh, and Saints, good win. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect you to win this game. I don't even know if I expected you to win a game this season, but you did, so congrats. 27, we have the Dolphins staying the same. They ended up losing to the Panthers in what was a thriller. It was a great game. Back and forth touchdowns towards the end. Like I said, I tweeted it out. I don't know who the commentator is. I know apparently they commentate for the Hornets. Dude has so much energy. He needs to switch to the NFL. He was awesome. I want to hear him every game. His energy was unmatched. So, but the Dolphins, they played well. They just weren't able to get the win. So, yeah. 26, we have the Browns. They're going to be up 3 spots. Yes, they lost, but they actually played so well. Even though they didn't really score anything, that's just the Browns team we know. Defense wins championships. Unfortunately, their offense is not helping them out. In any case, they actually were able to lead against the Vikings the whole time before choking it away at the very end. 21-17 in London. I believe it was literally with less than 30 seconds to go that the Vikings took the lead. So, yeah. 25, we had the Bengals. They're staying the same. They actually looked a lot better this game than games past, even though, their defense didn't, but their offense actually scored points. They were able to put a few drives together in the fourth quarter. Now we need to see if they're able to build momentum off of that and, win a game. Jake Browning probably just saved his job because I'm going to be honest, I think Cincinnati was starting to hate him. He showed a lot of potential that game, and it might have just been, like I said, enough to save him. 24, we have the Cardinals going down a spot. They're 2-3. They ended up losing to the Titans. One heck of a choke job. Amari DiMercado, he's probably going to get benched. I would not be surprised. You cannot drop the football before getting across the line. This was your first career start, all right? 2 running backs injured. This was your chance to show what you're worth and, potentially maybe not even for your team, but hey, come free agency. Maybe another team wants to give you a shot. No. Now you probably just ruined your chance because that would have put you at like 80 yards rushing and a touchdown. Now people are going to see, 80 yards and he fumbled the football. 23, we had the Panthers up 3 spots. One heck of a game. They got the win. Like I said, this announcer was crazy. I know it has nothing to do with the team. Bryce Young actually looked decent. Obviously, I know there was a lot of struggles. This was one of those where the first half was a dud and the second half was elite. I think Bryce Young just needs consistency because we see him. There's games where he balls out. There's games where he looks like, he shouldn't even be in the XFL. That's not even a league anymore. That's how bad he is. So I think if he can find consistency, they'd be good. Rico Dowdle, by the way, why the heck did you sign with the Panthers? Did no one else want to give you a starting job? I mean, you're behind Chuba Hubbard. And this first game out, you ball out like that? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. 22, we got the Birds. The Ravens down 6 spots. They ended up losing to the Texans. No surprise. Without Lamar Jackson, this team is horrible. I mean, they are riddled with injuries as well, besides Lamar. I don't know how competitive the team's going to be this year, but I honestly don't think it's bad because you already have the team to compete. You have that quarterback who can lift you up to the next level. So I honestly think having a bad pick this year would be really helpful. You could be one of those next, worst to first teams. I don't think you're going to be because, the Browns exist, but hey, who knows. 21, we got the other Birds, the Falcons. They're up a spot. They had a bye week. The only reason they're going up is because the Ravens are going down. Number 20, we have the Cowboys going up a spot. They picked up a nice quality win over the Jets. It's the Jets. No need to celebrate. So, because of that, you don't really get to go up. I mean, their win was for a reason. It was a great win. I'm shocked you're doing this well without CeeDee Lamb going back-to-back games where you've dropped, not quite 40 this one, but 37 points. It shows your offense, no matter who's there, is able to get it done. Dak, I don't think he's quite the MVP, but I definitely think he is a conversation guy. Number 19, we got the Bears. They're going to be going up a spot. The only reason they're going up is because the Ravens went down. They also had a bye week. Number 18, we have the Vikings. They're staying the same. You got a nice quality win in London. But it was against the Browns. You struggled heavily. So I'm not too sold on it. You have looked very questionable this season so far. But you're winning games. It doesn't matter how. You're winning games. You're 3-2. At the end of the day, if the playoffs started today, you would be in them. So, even though you've played questionably, you're getting results. So, 17, we got the Texans up 2 spots. They get a nice win. They are finally showing some life this season, back to 2-3 after starting 0-3. It's just a shame that the two teams they have beaten up on have a combined record of 2-8. So, are they legit? I don't know. They've looked good in the 2 games they've won. They've looked good in the 3 games they've lost, but I'm worried, are they a team who can beat up on bad opponents? Kind of like the Miami Dolphins a few years ago, where they could beat, bad opponents, but they struggle against the good ones. 16, we got the Patriots up a spot. It feels very disrespectful for me to only have them going up at 1 spot after beating technically the final undefeated team. I say that because both them and the Eagles lost in the same week. They just had the liberty of playing later. It feels disrespectful. I'm just not sold on them enough because I genuinely think these top 15 teams are that good. I think this is one of the best seasons we're going to have. It's going to be one of the closest. I know last year There was it was such a close playoff race. I think this year it's not going to be as close of a playoff race, but more of all the teams who make the playoffs. I think they are going to have a good chance of winning it all. I think it is a clear gap this year between contenders and not contenders. So for New England, I think you could be in that category. I just need to see one more game out of you guys. 15 Steelers, they're staying the same at 3-1. They had a bye week. 14 Chiefs, they're 2-3. They ended up losing to the Jaguars. And this is huge for the Chiefs because through 5 games, they are 2-3. Okay. Didn't think we'd be talking about this. They actually played really well that game. Started out 14-0, but ended up losing, I believe it was 31-28. This is, just a game that you're going to have to build off of, all right? You're Kansas City. You know what you're worth, all right? You've been to the Super Bowl, yada, 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 so many times, playoffs, all that. I think they're going to turn it around. I'm not worried. Plus, they've looked really good in all the games they've lost. 13, we got the Chargers down 7 spots. Is this a bit harsh? Maybe, but when you lose to the 12 Commanders, who are going up a spot, both of them 3-2, by the way, 27-10. Chargers gonna Chargers. Commanders looks phenomenal. Chargers didn't. It's the same thing for the Commanders. They should definitely be higher after that game, but like I said, it is such a top heavy teams right now. I don't know how to rank them. So for now, I have them at 12 and Chargers at 13. Both these teams have a lot of potential. Chargers, maybe it was just a bad back-to-back games, but you really need to figure it out. Commanders, Jaden Daniels is back. You look like a whole new team. Great bounce-back win. I think the Commanders have so much potential this year. I know the sophomore slump, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Chargers, I need to see you guys turn it around or else you're probably dropping out of the top 16. 11, we have the Packers down 3 spots. They're 2-1-1. They had a bye week, and me dropping them 3 spots is crazy for having a bye week. But I genuinely, there were so many teams, it's elite. Number 10, we have the Rams down 7 spots who are 3-2. You lost to the 49ers on Thursday night in a game where, I could have been out there on the field. That's how injured the 49ers were. You losing that game is mind-boggling. This was a team that would have been great years ago. Kendrick Bourne went off. Kendrick Bourne. In 2025, are we for real? You couldn't stop Kendrick Bourne? Yeah. Obviously, I think you're still a great team. I think being at 10 is a bit harsh, but it's the same thing with the Chargers. You need to get back on track. This was an embarrassing loss. I need to see you bounce back. You have, obviously, the roster to do so. I had you ranked at number 3 last week for a reason. So, let me see it. Number 9, we had the Broncos up 5 spots. They got a nice win over Philly. There were some questionable calls that game, but for any Eagles fans complaining, all right, you know how long this... the tush push, all right, Eagles, all right, don't complain about the penalties, all right? You false start every play on the tush push, all right? It's only fair. Broncos got the win over one of the last undefeated teams. Congrats, you did America a favor. Like I said, I don't know how to feel about it because it was questionable. But you got the win. That's all that matters. I just would like to see you win in a less questionable matter next time. Number 8, we got Duval. Great win over the Chiefs. You're up 2 spots. You're 4-1. I did not think we'd be talking about that. I thought the Jaguars were going to be better, significantly better than last season, but 4-1, oh my goodness. Trevor Lawrence balled out on both the air and the ground. Brian Thomas finally getting involved. Travis Hunter, I know how to deep play. You got a pick 6 on Patrick Mahomes in the red zone. Come on. You played like you wanted to win, and you got the win. You started out down 14, you came back and won. Against the Chiefs. That's amazing. Congrats. You have showed you are a part of a top 10 club. Now, don't lose it, because if you lose, you're probably dropping potentially out of it. Number 7, we have the Hawks. Seattle, they're up 2 spots. They ended up losing to the Buccaneers in what was another Game of the Year contender. I don't know how we've had so many and it's only week 5, but here we are. literally, this game was back and forth. I'm trying to find a score. I know both teams dropped 30 points. 38-35. I mean, this was a crazy game. Yeah, Sam Darnold, I'd like to apologize. You clearly are a good quarterback in this league. You are not a one-team wonder. But with that being said, this team looks elite. You just got to win that one next time, but no one's going to fault you for losing it. I mean, enjoy number 7. You've earned it. Number 6, San Francisco. Didn't think you'd be up here 5 spots, but you beat the Rams, while in the hospital, pretty much. That's phenomenal. I mean, Kyle Shanahan might be one of the best coaches in the league. It just sucks that he can't get it done in the playoffs. Yeah. If your team is winning games while injured, I'd be afraid to see what they do while healthy. With that being said, you might have a quarterback controversy. I mean, go Mac Jones. So, yeah. That's about all there is to say. 49ers look elite even with their backups, so I'm just curious to see how, Mac Jones should get another spot in the league. I said that. I've been said that. Now, whether the 49ers decide to move on from the dude or paying $50+ million for him, or they just decide to give him to another team is a whole different story. But go on, Mac Jones. Number 5, we got the Buccaneers up 2 spots. Nice win over the Seahawks. Like I said, potential game of the year. Yeah, this was an all-around great one. My personal MVP so far this season, Baker Mayfield, balls out. You did this, by the way, without Bucky Irving. So, even better on your part. I do think this team has what it takes to win it all. It's just, Plus, they're not even fully healthy either. So far this season, they have not had both Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on the field at the same time. So, and that was arguably the best receiving core in the league, receiving duo. So, imagine with both of them on the field at the same time, plus Emeka Egbuka, that offense, and Bucky Irving, Rashad White, Kade On. Oh my goodness, that offense is terrifying. Number 4, we got the Bills down 2 spots. You lose. It's okay. I'm not too surprised, honestly. This was a game that I thought, you could lose because New England has been on the rise, and it is a division game, night game, say whatnot. Plus, you're in your uniform, so you had a lot to prove. You lost. It's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. I still think you're a top 5 team, obviously. Number 3, we have the Colts up 2 spots. Oh, my goodness. Indianapolis in the top 3. Go Colts. I mean, this is their year. Daniel Jones he's turned a new leaf. I don't know what else to say. This team looks electric. They are so much fun to watch, and they are winning games convincingly. The only game they have lost is to the Rams, who are a really good team, so can't fault them for that. They beat the Broncos, who just knocked off one of the last undefeated teams. I mean, this team, they are winning against bad teams. They're destroying bad teams, and they are even picking up wins against good teams. So, go on, Colts. Number 2, we got the Birds down a spot. It's the same thing. You'll lose. It's okay. I know you're going to complain about how it went. But just shut up, all right? There's no shot you actually expected to go 17-0. All right? You're not the Miami Dolphins. But I still think you're great. Obviously, you're number 2, so that says a lot. Number 1, we got Detroit up 3 spots. Their offense just looks unstoppable. Looks like their week 1 was just a week 1, so we can't fault them for that. Because they have not only not lost a game since, but they have looked unstoppable on offense since. I would be afraid if I'm the rest of the league. Defense, on the other hand, allowing that many points to the Bengals is kind of concerning. But, I mean, they were garbage time points, so you were up 2 scores pretty much the whole time, so can't really fault you. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time, which will be tomorrow with predictions. Goodbye.